This is your girl, that chick, Micah Antoinette, and you're listening to Two Tears in a Bucket. Y'all know the rest.
I'm just talking. Let's talk about it. Talking about 2 tears in the bucket. You can say what you say at the end of the day. I'm like 2 tears in the bucket. You can feel what you feel. I'm just keeping it real. Say 2 tears in the bucket. 2 tears in the bucket.
Good morning. Welcome to 2 Tears in the Bucket.
2 tears in the bucket. You can say what you say at the end of the day. I'm like 2 tears in the bucket.
Welcome back to 2 Tears in the Bucket. I'm your host, Tony Murphy. And today we're going to do something a little different. My co-host, Micah, that chick is, she just had a surgery done. We want to give a prayer for Micah. Micah, we want you to know, we want you to heal up, have a speedy return and everything. I'm pretty sure everybody want to hear your voice on the show again. We want you to come back in good strength mentally and physically. So take care, girl, and we'll see you next week. Today, I got a special guest coming in. One of my colleagues on this journey here at RWR Live 365. We got Miss Jammin' in the corner in here today.
Ow.
What's happening with you, Jam?
What's going on,
Man,
Mr.
life.
Stoney?
Life is good. Life is
Yes.
good.
Shout out to Micah.
Yeah.
I'm just holding it down for you because you definitely can have Stoney back. Ow.
Why you just trading me off like that?
I mean, I'm just letting her know. Micah, I'm holding it down for you till you come back.
Hey, we got BS and with Bill. Hopefully he'll come in today. He got some things going on too. So everybody moving around. We want to make sure everybody prayed over, watched over and able to be successful with whatever it is they're doing out there, So
Amen.
I'm grateful that I got my girl up in here so we can keep this party going.
Ow.
Hey, listen, my condolences to the family of the ones that lost a loved one in the accident that happened here in the city of Pensacola. It's a tragedy altogether. We don't want anybody to get hurt, harmed. So many people lose their lives, at a young age. And I'm pretty sure it was going on back then, but now it's getting out of hand,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
So I have a question. I have 3 boys. I always say to them, come back home. Make it home. Have a good day, but make sure you make it home. And then when all of the things started to going on about the police stopping the kids and these young boys getting shot, I will always say, make sure you make it home. Whatever you have to do to make it home, but be safe about it. Now, I said all that to say, who is the brains in these operations of doing this mess?
Right.
When you finna get in the car, and I always tell my kids, watch your surroundings. Watch who you getting in the car with.
Right, definitely.
You got to pay attention. And I don't know, the situation is horrible. I don't think you should have to bury your child, but that's happening a lot.
And it's happening too much.
Too much. That's why I say, make it home.
It's happening too much.
And it's scary. But who is the brain? Okay, so when we was younger, you was like, nah, I ain't getting in the car with him.
Right.
Because something ain't right. We just knew. Like, we didn't do, I don't remember doing that. Like, now, I know all us be drunk. Okay,
Right,
yeah,
right.
we got that one. She gonna hold us down or something.
Yeah, you
like
got somebody that's gonna make sure you get back the way you came.
Right.
Right.
They don't have that now. What do we need to do as a parent for them?
I understand that we love our children and everything, but I think that you're handicapping them in a way. And let me explain why I say that. The reason why I say that a lot of parents are handicapping their children, you're not allowing them to activate the things that you have instilled in them over the years of you bringing them up. I understand
Correct.
that you want your child to have
Correct.
a good start and everything,
Yeah.
but let me tell you something. And the greatest teacher is life, because life is going to expose who you really are.
Absolutely.
What you have instilled in your children, whatever that is, you need them to activate that, because you're preparing them for life.
Right.
when they call on you, or they may need a little encouragement, they may need a little financial help or something like that. But don't handicap them by holding them under your roof. You're trying to keep them safe from a life that you haven't even given them. Now, they came from your womb, okay? But this not your life.
Wow.
You're handicapping them.
Ooh. I didn't know you was gonna be doing that. I know that you're talking to me. My kids calling you. I do. I'm that mama. I'm that big mama bear.
Right.
Like, they 21, about to be 20, and about to be 17. And I still be like, come on and put some cocoa butter on your face.
Right. But listen, let me
Why
ask
you
you something.
do that?
Let me ask you something. Do you trust what your advice do you give your kids?
I trust it, but I don't think that I'm trusting them enough to use it.
Right. So you don't trust them enough to use it. But what you don't realize is that these kids are a whole lot smarter than we give them credit to be. And they will sometimes use that to manipulate you. They know your reactions, just like your child. Your child has had years of getting to know you as well.
Wow.
You've given them as much of an example of life, and how to survive it as much as you can. But times are changing. The time when we used to tell the kids, when we were told that, you got to enjoy life as a child and then, mature into an adult.
Correct. That's out.
Life is so demanding and altering at such a fast pace that you don't have the time to get prepared like that. So you have to cut out a lot of that and steer them in that direction.
It's not that I don't trust them. I trust them in some of their judgments and some of their thought process, but I don't know. And I feel like if I can, let me break that fall. And that's wrong. Now, let me just say this. I am not my children's friends. We don't kick it. We ain't sitting up smoking together, talking about what's up. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? No, it ain't nothing like that. But I do try to foresee stuff before they do, and I try to go ahead and take care of it. Because I feel like, let me try to break your fall a little bit. But that doesn't always work, and then that makes you question yourself as a parent.
Of course, they haven't gotten it all.
Correct.
We haven't gotten it all.
Preach.
We are as grown as we are, 51 years old, and I'm still trying to figure out some of the old sayings that I heard growing up. At 43, I'm 51. The scriptures I done read.
Preach. Right.
I'm still trying to figure out a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not a perfect believer at all. I'm still trying to figure it out. But what you do is you take a step back so that when it's time for them to go through or whatever they're going through, you're their advisor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know based off of your experience, but what they're experiencing may not be what you experienced it, the way you experienced it. Am I making sense when I say that?
Absolutely.
So it's I think what I do with my kids.
Yeah, because you got a lot of them.
Well, I was an active young man. I was a very active young man.
Ooh, shout out to Stoney because he got a lot of kids. He a granddaddy. Ow.
And speaking of that, I wasn't the greatest dad. I didn't have anybody to show me what it was to be a dad. I was trying to figure out life when my oldest was born. Right. And at the time of with my youngest, it was so much that had happened that it's a long story, and I got a book that I'm writing. It's called My Place in Here.
Oh.
Yeah, and it tells a lot about what I'm very transparent about what I go through in life, and if people meet me one-on-one, they know how I am. I'm just Stoney.
Now that's true. I will second that motion.
So, but anyway, so I didn't know what it was to be a father, but the knowledge that I gained over the years of raising my other kids, I did like an Animal Channel thing, like the Eagles. when you get to a certain point, they either stop feeding you or they encourage you to go ahead and start flying, because I need for you to activate what you've been taught. Now, if you need some help, I'm always here.
Right.
But you may be mad at me. You may not like it. Because who likes being chastened? Who likes being corrected?
Nobody.
So I just basically try to be the best dad I could. And
The word is try.
oh yeah.
They don't come with instructions. They push them out. We push them out.
Oh yeah.
Then y'all cut the cord. And then they tell us what we got. And then they clean them and wrap them up. And then they stick them back in your arms. And so they don't give us a paper that says these are the instructions.
Ain't nobody got it right.
Ain't nobody.
Listen,
It has nothing
this
to
is
do.
our first go around at this life. So
Yes.
you are entitled to make some mistakes, but I try to encourage folks to make a mistake that you can recover from. Not going out there doing something, that you can't recover from. Stay tuned in for more right here on RWR Live 365. Tune into the coaching. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this teardrop that came in from Alabama today. I don't know what part of Alabama, but it says, my husband's mother moved in and doesn't want to move out. What's supposed to have been a 6-month stay turned out to be almost 2 years. My mother-in-law is a great woman and I respect her a lot, but she's got to go.
Let me read the letter in my voice.
Go ahead.
See, this needs a woman. So you got to do the gestures.
Yeah. I got too much bass in my
I know
voice.
it. Yeah, right. So let me read it, and then we'll go from that.
Go for it.
My husband's mother moved in, and she does not want to move out. What was supposed to be 6 months turned out to be almost 2 years. My mother-in-law is a great woman, and I respect her a lot. But she gotta go.
Yeah.
She really getting on my nerves. She always around in our business. And it's like she's still trying to raise him. Raise my husband. And attempting to treat me as if I'm her child. I can't discipline my children without her judging my parenting skills. Not to mention that everything that goes on in our home, she go back and tell my husband's siblings all about it. I talked to my husband about it, and he said that he would let her know it's time for her to go and go home. But that's been over a year. I'm sorry, a year and a half.
He ain't doing this.
Half a year ago. You see what I'm saying? Nothing has changed. She's even claimed the guest room is her own room. She done changed the decorations, and she done changed the doorknobs, and she got a key entry. Now, I ain't got no key entry to my door, but I don't like feeling uncomfortable in my own house. And I refuse to keep living like this. I want to approach her about it. I want to tell her. But this so bad. And then let her know that she has to leave. But don't want my husband to feel like I don't like his mama. And I love his mama. As a woman, mother, and wife, I feel like I have to set things straight, even if my husband doesn't at this point. How do I deal with the situation and avoid the conflict with my husband? So I'm going to answer. You need to move out. Just get out and go get your room.
Ooh, boy,
When he see your bags, and then take the kids, all of them. Take all of them. I don't know how many you got, sugar, but take all of them.
she is fed up, and she done came to you. She went to her husband, and he ain't did nothing.
Period.
He ain't did listen, just like she said, start packing up.
Stop back in the bag.
Start grabbing your stuff. He gonna ask you where you going.
Yes, he is.
He gonna ask you where you going, and that's all it takes. Cause in his mind, he can't see you out there.
With the kids.
So mama, and mama got her own house. Mama got her own home.
But not ready.
You don't go. Listen, one thing you don't do is go on somebody else's house telling them how to raise their children.
Help, Lord.
You don't tell nobody how to raise their children.
And don't do that.
That's the first thing. And then, boy, let me listen. This is for the husband, and this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. But she gonna get up. She gonna make sure her foundation is straight because she got them children. You heard her say the woman judge her on her parenting skills. She got them children. So them children got to be taken care of, and it's obvious. I don't know what your financial situation is, but if you got a nice home and you work a good job, okay, and she know that she got to get, she got to take care of these kids, and her income may do it. It may be able to take care of the kids by herself. She might be just that independent and self-sufficient, but brother, she gonna want that she gonna want that little help when it comes to her kids. So I'm gonna tell you what your nightmare gonna be: child support.
Oh, it's a preach.
Child support. Listen, if you don't know,
Stoney said, "Hold on, I done been through this."
Oh,
preach, Stoney. Go ahead.
If you don't know what it is for them to pull up at your job and walk up to the counter, to your desk, to where you're working at, and tell you, we need you to come with us, you don't know what it is. And what that was that they used to put on them? Purge.
Oh.
When they put that purge on you. Okay?
Oh.
Now, it's up to the officer. Let me be the one to tell you.
Tell it.
It's up to the officer if he gonna accept the money for that purge right there. He gonna either accept the money or you going to jail. Okay?
So wait a minute. A purge is you can pay the officer then?
Yeah, you can pay. You can purge. If you got a purge, you can take care of that whole situation right there. If you got the cash money right there, it's all about the money.
That's why I be a lot of cricket. I'm sorry.
It's all about the money.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If you got the money to go ahead and pay this, I don't know how it is now. But when I went through it, if you got the money to pay the purge right then, you can do it. Yeah. But listen, for this young lady, listen, let me tell you something. Start packing up.
There you go.
Start packing your grip and walking away. And I guarantee you, he gonna look at mama and without a flinch, he's not gonna let you walk out that door. Now, if he's a mama's boy, because there's a lot of mama boys out there that want to just hang up under, she done moved out, got a house, and still come over there and stay with him all the time, stay with her all the time. Man, ain't nobody got time for that. Listen,
that's called a roommate after that.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even, this woman don't even feel like a wife right now. She don't feel comfortable in her own home.
Her home is not her home. It's like she's a roommate there. And that's a bad place for a woman to be. Because R. Kelly said, shout out to R. Kelly, when a woman's fed up,
it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh, so you done heard the song too.
Oh, yeah, I'm a victim of it.
There you go. That's all I'm going to say.
You can't, listen, young lady, if I was you, I would go ahead and start packing up. Get the children involved in it. You know what I'm saying?
Where y'all going? Mama said we finna go.
There you go. Get the children involved in it. I guarantee you, he gonna look his whole world walking out, his whole reason why walking out the door. He done thought about it all, and he's saying, mama. And then on top of that, not that you ain't got to, it ain't got to be nobody out there that you run into.
Right.
It ain't got to be nobody out there. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
We too grown for all that.
And he ain't. And if he know his woman, he know his wife. He know the type of woman you are. He know that you ain't going out there to get involved with nobody.
Correct.
That ain't what it's about. It's that you fed up, and if your fed up got you to the point where you ready to relocate, you don't even want to fight it no more. That's what she's saying. I really don't even want to fight it no more. But I love my husband. Now she telling you that she's trying to figure out a way. Now if she really didn't care, let me tell you something about a woman, boy. Like she said, when a woman fed up, it ain't nothing you could do about it. She'll walk away and chalk it up. But she loved you enough to consider your feelings. When dealing with your mama, a situation that she should not have to deal with in her own home.
No, that's your wife. You have to cleave to the wife. The Bible
So
says
brother, man, get it together, sister, girl. I guarantee that's the only thing. That's the only advice I can really give you. I mean, of course, pray about it. I'm pretty sure you pray. You pray about it. But outside of that, it ain't gonna even take a whole lot of bags.
It won't.
It ain't gonna take a whole lot of
bags.
bags.
In Alabama, y'all are close knit down there.
Yeah.
It's in the South, so
Yeah.
you already know everybody. Already know anyway.
Right. She
They
fed
like,
up.
girl, you come stay over here.
Oh yeah.
You got backup. You just.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Know, you know you got. Backup.
Oh yeah. And a moment alone. See, you can go out of town and sleep in a hotel, condo, whatever. You can and feel all right. But when you laying in that bed that you share with her,
right,
and she ain't right there, brother, man, that's a whole nother level of loneliness.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Stone.
That's a whole nother level of loneliness. I don't care how hard you is. Hey, look at fellas. I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I'm out of town, I know I'm there for a reason. I get there, I handle my business, but I can't wait to get home to lay next to Renee.
Come on now.
Okay, that's my whole point. Every time I walk outside of my door, my motivation is to get back here so I can see my wife. Okay,
and
yeah.
And it ain't even Valentine's Day. That is so sweet.
Hey, you see, I'm getting it in. I'm getting it in, boy.
Love it.
I ain't playing.
No, you ain't.
This on the radio, baby.
Ow. He gonna be on Jamming in the Corner. I just want to let y'all know, and I need him to do all this.
I'm gonna slide over there.
Shout out to Lanita Renee, baby.
Yeah, Lanetta. Why you call her Lanita?
Because I rewrite people's name all the time. It happens.
Yeah, it's
I just say, hey, good Renee.
Yeah.
Yes, I love her text messages. She's a good texter. She says, Grand Rising.
Yeah.
I feel
that's
like
crazy
because
she was just talking about that this morning. She was just saying, like she tried to inspire folks by giving, saying Grand Rising, kings and queens.
Yes.
And stuff.
I'm like, oh, she's talking to me.
Yeah.
I be getting up looking for my hat. Put on my. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's the teardrop of the day. We will be right back with BS with Bill, hopefully. If not BS with Bill, we're going to carry on. But we got another piece of the show that we call it, If You Were Black, then you remember that.
Oh, you going to remember it, too.
So make sure you stay tuned in to Two Tears in the Bucket right here on RWR Live 365. Tune into the coach. Hey, we back, y'all. All right, we back, y'all. Listen, like I said before, we adding a new little piece today since my co-host isn't in the house. We're gonna enjoy this, and then on top of that, BSing with Bill has BS'd us again. Now he got some important things that he's doing actually with the station owner.
He don't know what he don't be. No, I'm sorry. Love you, Bill. Shout out to you, shameless plug.
Yeah. So Bill, he got a lot of endeavors going on himself, opening up a new event center and everything. So he said he was coming. He's not coming.
Oh, we're going to pray for Bill here, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that because this is not my show. I'm just a guest. And I want to come back, so I'm going to shut my mouth. Zip it, Jam. Zip it. Shameless plug, Bill.
So this part of the segment we call in, If You Are Black, You Remember That. So I'm going to start this thing off right quick.
You go ahead and start it off.
If you were black, you knew that when you go to the restaurant and the little paper cup, now the little paper cups, the little bottom of the paper cups will come out. They're gonna start leaking. But that plastic cup, going home and on the shelf. Now, if you are black, you remember that.
It was part of the China. So if you were okay, my turn. If you were black, you remember frying your bologna and putting cheese on it, but you waiting until bologna rolls in the middle. Then you pull the red thing off of it, and you just put it on the bread.
Don't forget the slit in the middle.
And you got the slit.
You got to put the little slice in the middle. We call it slit. You slit that middle. That's ain't nothing like if you ain't had a fried bologna sandwich, you ain't black.
You ain't black. See, you got to be black to remember that.
Yeah. You
There you
got to
go.
be country, good and country. Black.
Country.
I mean, they got it in the upper cities too, and up north and everything.
I seen it on different movies, but they don't do it right. They still ain't frying it right.
Yeah.
They ain't got enough butter in the pan.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you are black, you remember that if you saw two grown folks talking, you didn't part your lip, and you always pause. If they pause, you pause to make sure that the conversation is done, and then you enter the conversation by saying, "Excuse me."
Oh, if you were black, you remember that.
If you were black, you remember that.
Have mercy.
Yeah.
And if you did not, either she's explaining while you on the ground, or she's putting her hands to your mouth and you going to the ground and she telling you,
You gonna
"Don't
get
try me."
slapped in the mouth.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you
it's
already
going
get your
down.
teeth together.
Yeah, ball your lips up.
It's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen. So if you were black, you remember you had to be up. If you have siblings, you was the first one to get up on Saturday morning. So you can watch your cartoon. That way you can get your kind of cereal, and then you can get the prize out the box.
You were guaranteed the prize.
Guaranteed
You were
it.
guaranteed that bowl of cereal
That bowl
because
of
ain't
cereal.
nobody else got up and got it.
Right.
Right? And then you was guaranteed to watch as much of the show as you could, and you had a fighting chance by saying, "Mom, I was watching this first."
Come on. Because me and My Little Pony, I wanted to watch her because she ran like two behind each other.
Who?
Don't worry about it. She ran by two behind each other. But my brother, when he would get up because he was older, he took over and came up to G.I. Joe. I bet you know who that is.
Yeah.
Sick of that.
I know about G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Me and My Little Pony and the Care Bears. Stare, Care Bears, stare.
That's why the world messed up now.
See, we need to go back to the Care Bears.
That's why the world messed up now. But
Stare.
anyway, if you were black, now when we had, it was always funny to me that my grandmama had this one particular belt. And you knew that she never wore that belt. It always hung up, and she used it so much that where it should loop around at the bend of the belt, it's now flat and creased.
Come on, and it's crispy.
It's crispy. Ain't it funny that belt
That one belt.
never peeled, never tore, but you could put a belt on and wear it all day long. I mean, no, you don't gotta wear it all day long. You wear it every once in a while. After a while, you start seeing now that now we grown, we can buy some quality belts now.
Correct.
But when you were growing up, you got what you got.
You got what you
but
got.
those belts will fall apart, but that one belt right there never fell apart. And if it wasn't a belt, these are for the folks in the country. I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
And if you black, you don't know who gonna remember that.
The only folks gonna know this is the black folks, because the white folks bruise too easy.
Come on.
And the light-skinned folks, even though y'all received it, it was different when you was of color.
There you go.
Okay, so of a darker complexion, should I say?
Yeah, because I'm black.
Right. So you remember the two other methods, and it got more extreme after that. It went off into the throwing the whatnots and getting the fan belts off the cars and all that. It went into all that right there. But you remember these two things. If you from the country, you remember grandmama or whoever it was that was about to get into your behind, they would go and get them switches, peel back the little limbs off the switch, and then they'll braid them all up together.
Ain't that something? How you gonna put a braid there?
Yeah. And they would that if it wasn't that, it was an extension cord.
Oh my God.
I know this is real. This is child abuse been going on for a long time.
Decades.
Yeah. I mean, if you base it off the extension cord alone, okay, that ain't to mention the shoes and stuff.
And they
But
coming.
if you black,
You're going to remember that. It's just like if you black, you're going to remember getting a bath when you get out of the shower because you thought your mama forgot. So it was easy to go take a shower real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When you come out that door, she's swinging.
Mm-hmm.
That belt, the leather one that don't move out the house, hello.
Yeah.
That thing, that stings.
Yeah.
But you get you some sleep. I slept good. Every time. I tried now. I was like, oh my God, I think she sleep. No, she not. She done came out of the room.
Don't let them forget something then and just feel like they mad again and you get another whipping. Oh my God, boy! It's just child abuse been around for a long time, but it got us here because hey, if it wasn't for that, I don't know where I would be. And I got involved in a lot of things that I should have got involved in, but my mother whooped my conscience into me.
Bless your mama, cause she got four. One more time, 4 boys.
Yeah.
Period. I'm waiting on her to come out with a book, so I'm still lost.
Listen, if you were black,
Jesus.
you remember that a fly swat was used to whoop your behind too. You remember
With the dead fly on it.
It don't matter. They gonna scrape that off and go into you. And the only time they go, as long as that little plastic part on there, they gonna keep going. You just hoping that one of the little pegs come out of the plastic part so it can show the little, because if it come out, they'll hopefully stop.
You would think.
Yeah, but some of them they'll keep on going.
I think they had a flashback on when their mom did that to them.
Scorn women.
Scorn. Yeah.
Scorn.
Yeah. And don't say it all deep like we.
Scorn.
Y'all was acting a fool too. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that because if you was black, you gonna definitely remember this. You used to get 2 whoopings before you got back home.
Oh yeah.
And then when you got home, your mama already said, Miss Jones already called. Come on in. Oh my God. I told my kids that. I said, me and your uncle used to get at least 2 whoopings before we got home.
From the neighbors.
From the Miss Jones, then Miss Jenkins. Miss Jenkins seen Miss Jones whooping y'all. So she tagged in, come here. And she popped you a couple times. Mm-hmm. And then you get at the house, now you trying to dry your face up real quick before you get home. Mm-hmm. Not working. Because Miss Jones had already called me.
Yeah, she done already, the whole, the protocol done already went through.
It's happening.
Yeah, so by the time you reach them, it's a wrap. By the time you come home.
Definitely.
Oh, bro. She about to go in. She about to go in.
Oh, I got another one. If you were black, you gonna remember this. Sunday was all day church.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
And you had your clothes out Saturday. You had your clothes already out.
And ironed. And don't get up Sunday telling me you can't find something. Only if you were black, you're gonna remember that.
Oh yeah. Listen. I got one for you. This is for the parents. If you black, you remember the punch grab. You don't remember the punch grab?
I don't remember it had a name. Show me what
okay, the punch grab is when you reach out and you grab them by their shirt. You done punch them a little bit right there when you grab it, and then you snatch them to you like,
oh yeah,
kind of like Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Get over here.
Right.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? And they right there in your face. Or either you remember the punch in the back. What child ain't got the punch in the back?
That's the most
black,
excruciating.
White, what child ain't got the punch in the back?
But so you don't have to be black to remember that. Everybody should know that.
Everybody, if you don't, you need to at least, give them just one good punch in the back.
So what about the pinching? Is that just black?
God,
remember that, or is that for everybody?
Damn, even though white folks can't pinch.
They can't.
They can. I mean, they will, but they can't pinch because it's gonna be too obvious, and then that one little pinch spread all throughout your body.
Hell.
The whole limb is purple. You know what I'm saying? But for the black families, when grandmama says shut up, or mama said, especially grandmama, I always go back to my grandmama because my grandmama, I love her to death. But why is it that we love the ones that abuse us the most? Anyway, But my grandmama would pinch you. Not only would she pinch you, she would turn with the pinch. It wasn't the pinch, it was the twist of the skin with the pinch.
Ooh.
And then after she done pinch you and twisted it, she bend down on it.
That's the most excruciating pain.
And then she tell you, after inflicting all that pain, you better shut up.
Oh, you better shut up. Oh, you better not cry.
You better not cry.
You better believe it.
Shut up. You in this silent mode, but the face you can't help. You can't help the face. The face is there. It's got to happen. You either gonna get the face or the vocals. What you want? You know what I'm saying?
But is that, if you're black, you can't remember that, or is that mama's?
No, that's if you black, you remember that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I can't. Like I said, you can't. That ain't just mamas, because every mama can't do it. A lot of light skinned folks, they escaped a lot of the torture that dark skinned kids could have, endured.
We should get emancipation. If you black, you should know that.
Yeah.
The dark skin one should get the chicks.
But what? We need to get it. But anyway, that's our segment called If You Are Black, You Remember That.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just jump in on that segment every time y'all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to send my own recording.
But listen here, BS with Bill, we're going to go ahead and skip past that Have You Ever, and go right on into some good music coming right up next on 2 Tears in the Bucket.
You already know the rest.
That's right.
How?
RWR Live 365 is where we at. What I have to say today comes from a place of experience and love. And this is something that has carried me over my years of living, and one of the things that have helped me to make it through life and understand how life and people work. And this is what I had to understand for myself. I could not fix people. I don't have the power to change people. That's all God. I cannot change people. My job is to lead by example and inspire other folks to do as such. That's my job. Lead by example and inspire others to do the same. That's it. The rest is all God. And that's the significance of the serenity prayer. And see, the serenity prayer goes like this. It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You don't have the power to change people. The only thing you could do is work on fixing yourself. And let me tell you what happens right there. When you work on fixing yourself, people see it. When you start making a change within yourself, people see it. The ones that want to make a change for themselves are going to take on your mindset, your strategy, your willpower. They're going to take on all of that, and they're going to find a way to apply that to their lives so that it can be effective in their lives and make a change and make the change that they want to make in their lives. You don't have to do nothing else. All you have to do is your part by leading by example. Now, where do you start with this? Let me tell you. And for everybody that knows me, everybody that knows where I come from, people that are personal to me, they know I'm being as honest as I can based on what I know and what I experience. That's what 2 Tears in a Bucket is all about, our experiences. So from my experience, the start of all of this is prayer. Some people look at prayer like prayer is a hard thing to do, and it's not. It's not. Trust me, it's not. Let me tell you from experience, it's not. And you got somebody there that's always willing to listen. He's waiting on you to come to him with your request. It's simple. It's basically like you would tell your own child, come talk to me. You don't have to do all these special prayers. Talk to your daddy. He's waiting for you to talk to him. Talk to your daddy. Let him in on what's going on with you that he already knows about. He's just waiting on you to come to him and talk to him. Just talk to him. Ask him to help you to discern the difference in between the things that you can change and the things that you can't. And help you to work toward the things that you can, and hopefully that by you changing those things, other people will see it and make a change within their lives. After that, your job is done. Stop trying to take on healing the world, healing people when it's not your job. It's not your job to heal people. You don't have the power to change them. Set the goals in your life you want to accomplish. Talk to your father about accomplishing those goals. Apply yourself. And you'll see the people around you that want to change, they'll change. They'll start changing. The ones that, of course, you're going to have haters. And you'll start seeing people filter out from you. The ones that you thought were your friends, you will see them distance themselves from you. And it's okay. Because your journey is not meant for everybody to understand. Stop trying to fix people and work more on fixing yourself. See, when you work on fixing yourself, you're setting the example for a generation of people to set an example for the next generation of people. You're telling a lot of people that they too can be an effective role model, icon, by investing in changing themselves. That's what you're saying. So stop trying to fix people and work more on fixing your own situation. At the end of the day, the people that are meant to be in your life will be there. Stop trying to gain them financially, through gifts, through always making yourself available. Just work on you. Work on fixing you. And that's what I have for today. Y'all enjoy your weekend.